Ever since I was born, my parents agreed to always be there for me. They always kept me close. They were a huge impact on my life.
Will you stop and help
Shut up!
me? Is this really how you want to raise your kids?
I said shut up! I need to find more!
Meth ad, take one. Keep it. You feel like it's. Will you help me?
Where they're at?
Will you get off the couch and help me?
I said shut up!
What inspired me to write the script the way that I did was I really just wanted it to be as realistic as possible and something that had to deal with like loved ones getting hurt.
I read through the project, looked at some of the previously done meth ads and was like, no way, dude, I can't do this because this is my story. You know, my natural parents were on meth and other drugs. I got this feeling that this is going to be too hard for me to film. I'm probably going to just break down crying because, you know, doing meth is a good way to mess up not only your life but your kids' lives. And that's what happened to me.
When I found out that it related to my collaborator, Ryan, he told me it was almost exactly how he grew up, and that made me feel, I guess, good in the sense that I wrote something that touched someone already and it hasn't even been filmed yet.
And so I was put up for adoption and lived with another family for most of my adult life. But they were a completely dysfunctional family. We did not have a good relationship and they disowned me about 10 years ago. When I read Fernando's script, I was blown away. My jaw hit the floor because it was all about a kid being raised in a family that used meth and how that kid ended up turning into a meth user. And that really struck me deep because all my life I've tried so hard to stay away from drugs and alcohol because I knew that I could easily get, you know, right into it, being it kind of in my genetic code. I recently, like about 3 days before we shot this commercial, found my natural mom. And that's after 39 years of wanting to find her. So all of a sudden this commercial took on even deeper meaning for me because my mom lost me because of meth.
I have a background in horror and making horror movies, and so what drew me to this project was that even though it's not horror technically, but we still needed to apply makeup, we still needed to make it a little like darker and grim, and that's what drew me to it initially. And I think it's a pretty good transition from horror to what we did with the ad, simply because doing, you know, the drug itself is not a good thing, and it has very horrible, you know, outcome for the people who end up using. And so I think that transition from horror to this worked really well, especially with the makeup, because that was amazing.
Props to Fernando, I loved working with Fernando. He had an amazing set of skills that he brought to the table because he himself is an actor. So he knew how to work with actors in a way that only an actor would know. Two of our actors had never acted before, not to mention the kids that never acted before. So basically we had one actor in this who was experienced. So he did a great job.
We didn't have a dolly, and so we used a wheelchair, and so we taped our tripod to the wheelchair, and we made it work though. It looks pretty smooth. We were pretty darn close to what the script was, and I think we were able to transfer from script to film almost seamlessly. We just got a few things to take care of, audio for one, and a little bit of color correction, but I feel like it's practically there already. Yeah, everybody on the set did an amazing job, and I'm just happy that they were all willing to collaborate with us and make the video possible.